The city never sleeps, but tonight something stirs in the shadows. Whispers spread through the streets like smoke soft, dangerous, impossible to catch. They say the ghost of power never truly dies, and now it's coming back. Asterisk darkness fills the screen. A faint hum of electricity buzzes, like the city itself is breathing. Neon lights flicker in and out, broken signs glowing in the rain. The camera doesn't show faces, only silhouettes moving in the distance, blurred figures crossing empty alleys. A single drop of water echoes as it hits a puddle, rippling across the black asphalt. Then a voice cuts through the silence, low and sharp. Power leaves behind ghosts. The faceless visuals grow sharper, but only enough to tease. A pair of hands clutch a glass of liquor on a table filled with scattered cash. A gun rests beside it, untouched but waiting. The sound of boots walking slowly down a hallway echoes like thunder, each step closer, heavier, inevitable. The city skyline appears for a split second, but it's drenched in fog, swallowed by clouds that cover the moon dot. As the screen fades to black, the whispers grow louder. Men at a table argue, their voices muffled, their faces hidden. A storm is brewing, not outside, but inside their world. The air feels heavy with betrayal, with secrets, with something they cannot control. One man slams his fist down. Another shakes his head. Their words blur into one clear warning. If he returns, none of us are safe. Suddenly, the video cuts to the crackle of static. The hum of electricity grows louder. A shadow moves in the smoke, slow, steady, unstoppable. We don't see a face, only a silhouette stepping out from the darkness. The shape of a coat, the curve of a shoulder, the power in his stance. His presence fills the screen without a single word. The world already knows who he is. Even if they cannot see him, the voice returns, deep and haunting, like it's been buried for years. They thought I was gone. A pause, silence, then, but ghosts. Don't die. The visuals speed up now, cars racing through empty streets. Doors slamming, cash burning in flames, blood dripping from a knife. Each shot is a fragment, too fast to understand, but enough to make the heart pound. Sirens scream in the background. A helicopter light cuts across the city like a blade. Everything is chaos, everything is motion, but at the center of it all the faceless shadow, standing still. Unshaken. The section ends with one last shot, a single door opening into blinding white light. The figure steps forward, swallowed by it. The screen goes black again. Only the sound of a heartbeat remains, slow and heavy, echoing into silence. Asterisk, the screen flickers alive with fragments of the past memories stitched together like a broken reel. We see the empire ghost once ruled, but only in shadows. Stacks of money being counted by faceless hands, guns placed inside velvet-lined boxes, champagne glasses raised in hollow toasts. Every image lingers for a moment too long, as if reminding the audience that power is not only built, it is inherited, and it stains everything it touches. A whispered voice carries over these images, not pleading, not proud, but warning. Power doesn't disappear. It shifts. The city is restless. The streets echo with the footsteps of those who now fight to control the empire ghost left behind. Rival crews meet in dim backrooms, their silhouettes outlined by dim overhead bulbs swaying like nooses. They speak with forced confidence, but every word drips with fear. Betrayal is heavy in the air. We run things now, one man declares, his voice strained. Another responds, until he comes back. Their faces never appear, only their hands clenching pistols. Their shadows stretching across walls like monsters made of smoke. In between these tense conversations, flashes of violence slice through the silence, car windows shattered by gunfire. Stacks of bills soaked in blood, masked figures dragging someone into the darkness. None of it is clean. None of it is glamorous. This is the price of holding onto a throne built on fear. The ghost of power still lingers, pressing on every heart that dares to claim it. The narration sharpens now, the voice heavier, almost prophetic. Ghost's empire was not built on wealth. It was built on loyalty and fear. Without him, loyalty is broken. Fear is fading, and power The screen cuts to a slow-motion shot of glass shattering on a concrete floor. Power has no master. We see a faceless figure walking through an abandoned warehouse. His footsteps echo against rusted beams and broken glass. The space is empty, yet it feels alive with the weight of memory. Shadows of past deals, past betrayals, past bloodshed seem to replay themselves against the walls, like ghosts frozen in time. The figure pauses in front of a faded symbol spray-painted on the wall, a crown crossed with fire. His hand brushes against it. The camera never reveals his face, but the audience feels his history, his rage, his unfinished business. Tension builds with the sound of distant sirens and muffled voices arguing. A car door slams. A gun clicks. Someone whispers, "We can't outrun him." The visuals cut between rivals preparing for war, loading magazines, stacking crates, making desperate phone calls. Yet all their actions feel small, powerless, because the true storm is not here yet. It waits, moving closer with every beat of the soundtrack. Then comes the moment of reckoning. A man in a suit, faceless like the rest, stands before a window overlooking the city. His voice is calm, but laced with dread. The ghost doesn't just return. He takes back what's his. His hand trembles as he sets down a glass of whiskey. The reflection in the window shows a shadow standing behind him, but when he turns, the room is empty. The section closes with a cascade of chaotic images, betrayal, sealed with handshakes. Blood is buried in shallow graves, a map of the city marked with circles and X's. Every shot is faster, sharper, until they collapse into darkness. The narration delivers its final line for this act. This is not about survival. This is about legacy. Silence follows, broken only by the faint sound of a heartbeat, stronger than before. It is the pulse of the city itself, waiting for Ghost's return. The silence doesn't last. It never does. A low rumble builds beneath the black screen, distant thunder, or maybe an engine revving in the dark. Slowly, the city reappears, but it looks different now. Rain lashes against cracked pavement, sirens echo like wolves hunting in the night, and the skyline glows red with the reflection of fires burning in alleyways. Something is shifting. Something is breaking. The empire left behind is no longer a secret war. It's an open wound spilling into the streets. And at the center of this storm, unseen but undeniable, is him. The ghost. The first signs of his return are not grand, not announced. They are whispers, sightings, fragments of fear that spread like infection. A car parked outside a club where no car should be. A shadow caught on a security camera, tall, unshaken, walking with purpose. Enemies laugh it off, but when they check again, the footage is gone. Someone torched the tapes. Another rival swears he heard the same voice he thought was buried years ago. The whispers grow bolder. He's back. He's watching. The screen cuts violently to action. Masked men in black burst through a door, guns raised. Their boots pound against concrete, but they are not hunting, they are hunted. Shots ring out, quick flashes of fire in the dark. One falls. Another screams. The last one, trembling, sees only a silhouette at the end of the hallway, broad shoulders, steady hands, no face. He fires into the smoke, but the shadow never moves. Then silence. His gun clicks empty. The smoke clears. The figure is gone. The narration begins again, deeper now, filled with menace. Ghost doesn't need to be seen. His presence is enough. Images blur together like nightmares unfolding. A black car cuts through the night, tires screeching. Windows shatter under gunfire. Flames erupt in a parking lot, consuming crates marked with rival symbols. Blood mixes with rainwater, spiraling down into the city's drains. Every scene is chaos, yet every move feels precise, like a chess master clearing the board. Piece by piece, a rival boss slams his fists onto a table. His men shift nervously around him, refusing to meet his eyes. "We buried him," he snarls. But his voice cracks. "We buried him." The room shakes with tension, because no one believes it anymore. Their empire is cracking under the weight of something unseen, unstoppable. The faceless figure appears again, moving through smoke and shadows. This time closer. His hand brushes across a table stacked with money, and in a single motion he sets it ablaze. The flames climb high, reflected in the empty sockets of a broken mask lying on the ground. The symbolism is clear. This return isn't about wealth. It's about reclaiming fear. The music swells now, heavy drums pounding like a heartbeat, faster and faster. The screen flashes with more fragments, betrayals unraveling, secrets exposed. A woman screams into a phone. A gun is thrown into a river. A car explodes, flipping into the air. Then the faceless silhouette, always there, always calm, walking through the wreckage as if the world bends around him. The narration sharpens. Almost triumphant now. Power isn't given. It's taken. And the ghost has come to take it back. The final sequence of this section slows everything down, stretching tension until it bleeds. We see a rival standing alone in a parking garage, breathing heavy, gun shaking in his hand. The lights flicker. Somewhere in the distance, footsteps echo. He spins, fires wildly, but nothing is there. The sound of boots grows louder, closer, relentless. Then silence. The rival drops his gun, begging into the darkness. "What do you want?" A pause. From the shadows, a voice answers, calm and final. "Everything." The heartbeat slows. Thump, thump, each beat echoes into a silence, so heavy it feels suffocating. Then, faintly, a cityscape flickers back onto the screen, skyscrapers glowing against the night sky, their lights pulsing like veins in a living beast. But the beauty is an illusion. Beneath it, chaos simmers. Flames rise in the distance, helicopters sweep across rooftops, and somewhere deep in the shadows, a war is already raging. The camera moves through the city without faces, only fragments. A hand loading a bullet into a magazine. A knife reflecting neon light. A door bolted shut from the inside. The tension climbs with each cut, every image dripping with the sense that something unstoppable has been set in motion. Then, silence. A long, crushing silence. From the darkness, a silhouette appears. Broad shoulders, calm steps, the unmistakable weight of someone who owns the ground he walks on. He does not rush. He does not hide. He simply arrives. His shadow stretches across the street, swallowing the light behind him. The screen never reveals his face, but his presence commands the frame. For a moment, even the chaos outside goes still, as if the city itself is holding its breath. Then, his voice cuts through the silence, low, steady, final. Power isn't given. It's taken. The words hang in the air like a verdict. The screen explodes with rapid flashes, gunfire in the night, a car flipping over, stacks of money burning to ash, a masked figure falling to his knees. Each shot is faster than the last, a storm of betrayal, fear, and fire. The sound builds to a deafening roar, and then blackout, nothing remains. Only 3 words appear across the empty screen, bold and inevitable. The ghost returns. A final heartbeat echoes louder, stronger, eternal. The trailer ends.